Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to episode 21 of Hillians Talk, coming from you live from Lynden's living room, my living room.
Yeah.
I don't know why I refer to myself in the third person there.
No.
Jack is here with me, just the two of us, so we'll keep this one just the two of us. We've sung on this podcast before, let's not.
Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be just the two of us, but we were supposed to have a guest, weren't we? But unfortunately...
No one likes us.
Well, yeah, it's two reasons. One, no one likes us, and operationally, unfortunately, they had to reschedule
Yeah.
late, so...
We won't tell you who it was, because they will be back.
Yeah,
and we will
to
have
be
a
announced
guest on.
soon, but yeah, we should have had a guest. We'd planned to have a guest for you, but unfortunately, you're just going to have to split up with us.
Yeah, so we'll keep it short and sweet, because I know you guys prefer it when we have a guest on.
Yeah.
So we're just going to talk about the last 3 games since we did the podcast. Well, is it last 2.5 games? Because 2 of the games were against the same team?
Yeah, maybe.
Does that work like that?
But, but then do we still get the 6 points we got from them?
Forgive my French. Yeah, we do.
5.5 points.
Yeah. So
good.
2 Wingate games and Canvey away.
Yes.
And I can I can talk about 2 of these 3 games.
66.6%. Excellent.
I know.
Excellent. Marvellous. Away at Canvey.
Away at Canvey. What a day.
What a place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone was very lovely.
No, there was we'll come on to Canvey.
Big shout out to Harry. I'll get on to him later, but Harry the coach driver. What a guy.
Harry the coach
His
driver.
name was Harry, yeah.
Yeah.
I made friends with him.
Okay, fine.
What a guy.
Oh, you were coach warden, weren't you?
I was coach warden, coach officer, coach prefect,
coach officer,
clipboard wanker, whatever you want to call me.
Any of those phrases.
Yeah, I've been called worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how are you, Jack? You well?
Jack is well, yeah. I'll also refer to myself in the third person. Yeah. Jack is well.
We should do it. This has got off to a great start.
Yeah.
We can do it all night.
No, I am fine. I'm fine. Looking forward to discussing 3 wins, which is a bit of a rarity. 3 out of 3 wins.
9 points.
This is going to be a great... I mean, the last one was Jack's therapy. Jack's therapy's worked, clearly.
Yeah, it has.
Guys, therapy works.
Therapy does work. Yeah, who said it didn't work?
Come on.
the money, guys.
Therapy works.
And if you don't want to pay for a therapist, just pay me instead.
Yeah.
You can come and sit around here. We'll give you a microphone. I'll listen to you.
Yeah. That's literally what I do. I sit here, sometimes rant, and then we win 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
So, ta-da.
Look at us. We're just making things happen.
Yeah. Well, we start off with the first of the Wingate double, the home game. That was the game that we opened the fan zone, correct?
It was the game we opened.
That was, yeah, good.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that to begin with.
Well done, everyone involved in getting not only the fan zone together, home call, David and Vicky, Bradders, all the vendors, but just well done, everyone.
Yeah. Totally exceeded. I'm not trying to admit it. Totally exceeded my expectations.
Oh yeah, by a country mile.
It went so well. It was such a good day. It's probably genuinely one of the best days I've had at the football club.
Yeah, it was up there. And even then, even though for me not a lot changed because I'm still there to do my job, still there to take photos. I was just taking more photos. So I was worried that I might not be able to soak the atmosphere in. But no, it was brilliant. I loved it.
Yeah. And from just obviously you're there to actually do something important. Just from a fan's perspective, who's just there drinking and milling around. There was so much to do. Normally I only get to 2:15 or something, and obviously I'm just interested in watching the football. But obviously got there quite a bit earlier and was involved in the band, and obviously got food and drink before at the different sort of vendors they had, and there was so many people there. At 1:30. I would say 70% of the people there were there at 1:30.
Yeah, so what was the official attendance in the end? 492? 1492, obviously. Sorry.
Yeah. That is it, 1492,
Yeah. I remember because I was supposed to have loads of my cousins from Worthing were supposed to be coming down, and only one of them turned up. Shout out Jordan. But I put an angry message in the Council of Cousins group chat that I'm in to say, if you lot had bothered to turn up, we would have broken 1,500.
Yeah, there we go.
So we're actually very apologetic. Jordan came the furthest as well. It came from Chichester.
Wow. Yeah.
So he's joining us for the away day and Easter. So, but I would agree. Out of the 1492, there must have been easy, whatever 70% of that.
Which was so nice to see, right? Because obviously, that was my, I suppose, apprehension before. I obviously thought we sort of agreed we'd definitely hit 1,000, but then above there we weren't a little bit sure.
Yeah.
Sort of where it'd go. But
I think our predictions on the podcast the week before, wouldn't we? I think I said 1,100 and something, and I think you were in the similar ballpark.
Yeah,
as well.
I think I just played it safe and went just over 1,000. I think you went 1,100, 1,200.
Yeah. So, I think we played it a bit safer.
Yeah. Totally smashed that. Totally, like I said, exceeded our expectations really, which is brilliant. And just like everything. I mean, obviously, like I said, just from a fan's perspective, not speaking too much about the operational side of things, everything seemed to go really, really well as well. Like there was no like massive hiccups, or there was no,
as far as I know,
something I don't know what could go wrong, but whatever could have gone wrong didn't go wrong.
And if it did, it was dealt with so well.
Yeah,
we don't know about it.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't personally notice there was massive queues in one particular area. I thought there was always something going on. I thought the band were excellent, to be fair.
Band were brilliant. I know the local music scene quite well from working in various pubs, but funnily enough, I'd never seen these guys before. I'd heard of them loads, but I never got a chance to see them. And I thought they were brilliant. Yeah. I really, really enjoyed them.
Yeah, like they understood the assignment as well. Like you had to be a certain like way
crowd
of doing
pleasers.
it when you're doing hosting football fans. Like they had to understand that they're not there to really see you. They're do you know what I mean?
You're the side. You're
but they sort of played into that quite well. Like they weren't too big time. They weren't too like, oh, this is our gig. Like everyone's here for us, sort of thing. It was all they I mean, they turned up in Burgess hats. It was all very much they played their part in what was a great day as well, which I really liked.
Yeah, 100%. I thought they were brilliant, and I really enjoyed. I've got some good photos of them as well. Like, obviously, some of you guys may not know, but I actually come from a music photography background before I moved into doing the football stuff. So, gig photos is kind of my thing. Conditions were a little bit tricky actually in that tent, but the awesome tent. I'm not digging the tent, but yeah, I really enjoyed. I love taking photos of music.
Yeah,
I'd do it full time if I could.
Yeah, there we go. So just everything. Yeah, I mean everything seemed to go well.
Food looked amazing.
Yeah.
So did you sample everything?
Pie and mash I had before, that was exceptional.
Yeah, that did look good, to be fair.
I'm pretty sure pie corner's back this Saturday, which we'll touch on.
Pie corner's back. Yeah,
I'm not sure if it's pie. I'm not sure mashing. Oh, anyway. Yeah. Hopefully it's back again because it was so good.
In Gary's office.
Yeah, in Gary's office.
I would love, nothing would make me happier purely because it would be funny if Gary gets turfed out of his office and they make that permanently into pie corner.
Gary is not going to let that happen.
No, he won't.
No, he won't.
Be so funny.
But
I love it.
Someone might ask him, and he might laugh at them in reply.
Yeah,
it's how that conversation will go.
Quality,
probably. But no, just everything about it, and obviously the good thing is, like, it went so well to kick off, and there was loads of people there, and we obviously knew it was a successful ground. But then the team delivered on the pitch as well. Like we got the 3 points, so it turned out to be the perfect day in the end.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And we'll touch on this as well, because I think the boys have performed incredibly well over the last 3 games. The 3 games that we're going to talk about, maybe with the exception of Canvey, but that was just no one performed well that day.
Yeah, that game
was long. But yeah, no, I think like you said, like exactly, the players delivered on the pitch and really topped off what was such a good day.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, just onto the game. I'm trying to recall.
Well, that's why I was kind of looking at you blankly, because now we've had that sort of we rushed to get here. Like we walked in the door about 5 minutes ago, and we've got a bit of a time crunch. So I'm kind of like frazzled. I'm now struggling to remember the Wingate game.
No, it's okay. I will remember it, and I'll get us started. I'm just relying on my. Yeah, no, we were both there. I'm just now going to rely on my good trusty friends' football web pages to remind me that Bobby Price opened the scoring, and now the game's come flooding back to me. Good. Yes, it was.
Yes, Bobby Price header.
Yeah, header from a corner.
From a George Forster corner.
There we go. We were there. We promise.
Okay. I mean, you could say George Forster did something to lead to a goal. Fairly believable, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. If we says, did George got? Oh, no, he got the assist this time.
George was involved somehow, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
safe bet, innit?
Yeah, I mean, his contribution of these 3 games has been massive in every single one of them. To be fair, which again, I'm sure we'll touch on a little bit more later on. But just overviewing it, yeah, wow, he's been instrumental in these 3 games, and obviously started off with this first game, like you say, he swung the corner in for Bobby to open the scoring.
Great header.
I love. I don't know what it is about it. I just love defenders scoring goals. Like headers from corners or worldies from distance, like Reggie earlier in the season. There's just something about defenders scoring goals. I don't know why. But
do you love it because is it the part of when they score, they almost sometimes don't know what to do because
yes.
like obviously, and I think they'll be the first. They're not used to scoring, so sometimes their celebrations are a little bit like, what? What do I do?
Yeah,
like it's like that Scarlett Johansson acceptance speech. And it's like, what do I do?
Exactly, and then it's almost like the other players are like just so taken aback by the fact they've scored, and they were just laughing at him because of like, how have you scored? Or like,
Vic Star at the charity match.
You're not supposed to be scoring. It's always, I think, in the highlights, it's always.
But it was such a good header as well.
Yeah, it was a great header. Yeah, in off the bar. Yeah, I mean, he pops up with those goals. I mean, he scored the goal in the playoff semi-final. Not from a corner, but just he gets forward. He scored. Our fullbacks score goals. Reggie scores goals.
I think he's had a good season
goals
as well. Actually, like one of our more. I was going to say underrated. That feels harsh. That's not what I mean at all.
Less spoken about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Bobby's had a great season.
Doesn't get applauded. Yeah,
he's been solid. Like him, he's one of my standouts at the battle. To be fair, they've all been great. But like we spoke about Alex Mallins in the games he's played, been like body on the line defending. But I just think Bobby's been really consistent.
Yeah. He doesn't really get singled out, does he, for like specific individual praise, maybe as opposed to other people do. But yeah, he's always solid. He sort of kick-started it, and like it was a bit of a weird game really, because then pretty quickly Wingate equalised, and to be honest,
it was really quick.
Yeah, like I think we had to leave for like 10 minutes or so, and it was still like the first 15 minutes there was 2 goals. But in that 15 minutes, we were quite in control. It was like all us, and their goal come like quite out of the blue. It
took a massive deflection as
well.
Yeah,
it wasn't. It was just we sort of gifted it to them a bit. We sort of lost the ball like high up the pitch, and within like 3 passes, they'd smashed it in the bottom corner, and it was just about like,
Did it take a massive deflection, or am I misremembering that?
Not this one. No, it was the one where it was just outside the box, and he just absolutely thumped it past Michael. I think Michael got a hand to it, but
that might be what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it was like low to the keeper's left. But yeah, and it was just a bit like out of the blue because we'd been so in control, and then suddenly we'd not gifted them a goal, but it was a goal that we could have avoided. I think it's fair to say.
That's fair.
But then again, like how are we going to respond to that? Well, we respond 2 minutes later by going back in front, 2-1. Khan Bennett, again, somebody we've spoken about before, who's been so good since he's joined, pops up with another goal. Really nice to see him score at home as well. That might be his first goal at home, I think. I think he scored a few because he scored 2 at Hashtag. He scored at Whitehawk, so yeah, that is his first goal at home. Good. Really, really good finish. Again, made by George. Shock. But it was just so nice that because we've been in control, like I say, it was nice to just regain that lead straight away, and what I would hope to be would have really kicked on and sort of made things ashore. And then sort of from there, really, the game just got a bit scrappy. It just got like we didn't play badly at all. Like we were good in spells, but I thought Wingate were quite dangerous as well, especially going forward. They didn't look like they come into it, I think, in the bottom 4 or just outside the bottom 4. And I've seen worse teams than that this season, in my opinion. I've seen us be challenged less by teams higher up in the league than Wingate did. I thought Wingate were quite good, to be honest.
I thought they played some really nice football and like put some good pressure on us. And I think the performance on the day, I can't remember the turn of phrase you say, but basically put a bit of knockers to where they are in the league. Like they performed, their league position didn't reflect that performance.
Yeah, agreed.
Or other way around, their performance would look like it was a really solid, up there competing with the best of the teams. And like I said, we have to say we're up there, so they competed against us. We're a good team, and they went toe to toe to us for most of the game. I think our winning goal came in the 88th minute.
Something like that. Yeah.
So for most of the game, it was like you said, it did get a bit scrappy, but most of the game was a dead heat. Like it could have gone either way.
No, it could have done. I think there is a fair argument to say that maybe we, did we deserve to win? Well, look, maybe, yeah. I mean, I don't take anything away from the boys. It was a good win, but I think Wingate will certainly come away with it thinking that was there for the taking for them as well. Yeah. So, like you say, pretty even game. They had their chances. Michael was brilliant in goal. So yeah, definitely a game that we were glad to get over the line in. But we've had games this season where we've been totally dominant, haven't we? And we've come away. The Whitehawk at home in the last minute springs to mind, where we're going, we've not won that game. Yeah. So these, like I say, these things always even themselves out in football. But certainly not our strongest performance, but definitely still enough positives. 3 points on the board. Obviously, George popped up with the goal that definitely wasn't an own goal.
Definitely wasn't an own goal. Definitely wasn't an own goal. Best celebration ever. 6-7.
That what was that?
Why did he do that? Do you not know why he did it?
Well, I obviously know about the 6-7, but like
you don't know why he did it.
No, I don't know why he did it.
So before the game, I was chatting. Matt, the analyst, was there with his boy Albert, and the 3 of us were chatting to George, and it was a request from little Albert. Was an awesome little kid. Matt,
I know Albert. Yeah.
it was his request that if George scored to do the 6-7 celebration. And I said to him, and if you do it, you've got to come to me and do it into the camera.
That makes so much more sense.
Like the legend that George Forster is, he not only did he score, he remembered and he did it into camera, and I've got some incredible photos.
Yeah, because he pointed straight away and went obviously over to
he
you.
He did, yeah. That's what it was. So
that makes so much more sense because I didn't know anything about that. Right.
Yeah, no, it was planned. So that was awesome of him. And it made for a good photo.
Yeah.
Quality.
No. Oh, okay, nice. No, I didn't know about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, I mean,
I influenced the game, mate. What can I say?
Exactly. We are influencers.
Yeah.
Influencers that influence.
Yeah. I just wanted to pick up something you quickly touched upon, but I just want to shine a little bit more of a light on him because I think he had a great game and he got man of the match, and that's on his home debut.
Yes.
Michael Dyke. Is it Mike? Does he prefer Mike or Michael?
I'm not sure.
I'm going Michael.
Yeah.
Michael, I thought he had a great game.
Agreed.
He made some clutch saves. He made that incredible save from like that header from
reaction
save. That was a brilliant save.
Yeah.
I think he quite rightly. There was obviously. I mean, man of the match must have been actually quite hard to pick for the sponsors who escaped me who they were on the day. Because you could have had an argument for George with his goal and assists. You could have had an argument for Khan. You could have had an argument for a number of our defenders who did well. And then, Michael at the back as well, who put in a shift on his home debut, did himself proud, and wasn't really at fault for any of the goals, I don't think, really.
No. I mean, especially not the last one.
The last one, no, not at all.
Yeah, there was other people at fault for that, but it wasn't Michael. Totally agree with you.
I think he did really well. And since I've seen him play at Canvey as well, because obviously I missed his actual debut at Whitehawk, I thought we looked good then as well. So, I'm pleased for him.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice guy as well.
Yeah, he seems
to... I didn't get a chance to speak to him too much. I'm sure I will in the future, but...
Yeah, seems a really nice guy. And, it sort of shows you a little bit what I was saying in terms of maybe we got away with it a little bit when your keeper gets man of the match in a game that you win as well. Let's sort of... But, sometimes games are like that. You need...
It could be worse. I got man of the match as a keeper when we lost 8-0.
Right, okay, wow. Well, I once beat a team... Well, I say me. My team once beat a team 8-0.
Did their keeper get man of the match?
No, probably not. Probably not. This was when I was like 9. I just always remember it was one of the best memories. It was a cup game. I think.
How many did you score?
Genuinely, like 7 or 8. I know that sounds. Absolute bullshit. I know it sounds bullshit. But when I was younger, mate, I was great. I was
him a contract.
I was a fantastic footballer when I was about 8 or 9. Unfortunately, the offside rule came in and I got slower.
Oh, so you just goal hagging?
Oh, 100%. I was like a foot taller than everybody else. I would just barge people out of the way. And
that's the most believable part of the story.
Yeah. I'd get the ball and it was like a human wrecking ball because I was so tall so early on. And I used to play with... Oh, anyway. I won't go into me. But yeah, Michael Dyke, very good. Bredeshill, another win. Good to get another home win, especially, like we said, in front of the big crowd to make sure it was a perfect day. That was really, really good. Mm-hmm. And then we sort of moved on to Canvey, and it was sort of good.
We should be able to sum this up pretty quick.
Yeah, good. It was good momentum to take going into Canvey because these are always the games that look. We're not being disrespectful, but you look on paper the games that we need to be winning if we're going to stay in the hunt for the playoffs, right? Especially with the fact that they beat us fair and square in the reverse game at home. Mm-hmm. Max Fidds obviously got both goals there and they beat us 2-0. Yeah. So if he weren't at it and if we did take them for granted that they'd have every potential to beat us again, and we couldn't let that happen. I'm sure. I know for a fact Gary and Jay would have mentioned it beforehand and sort of G'd the boys up a bit more than maybe necessary, but. In terms of the game, I don't want to spend any longer than a minute talking about it because it was something like hell on earth.
Well, let me give you my summary of the game. I'll give you my summary of the day because it will take the same amount of time.
Yeah, the day was nice. The football
coach
match
journey up was awesome. Harry, the coach driver, is a legend. I bought some Pokemon cards.
Yep.
Which was awesome. Game of football allegedly happened. Really cool coach journey home.
Allegedly. Yeah, sources tell us that a football match happened. Was it a football match? Was it just a big game of head tennis?
It was you've said this multiple times. I've seen that written down from you in a couple of forums now. I think I've seen it in the WhatsApp chat. I think I've seen it in our media chat. I think you might have tweeted it. But you're not wrong. That was a very look. So if we had, I think we would have been less jovial about this if we hadn't have won.
Oh yeah.
And I think a 0-0 draw would have also felt like a loss.
Yes, agreed.
I'm glad we won. And we held our ground. Like Mike made a few good saves. Our defenders put in a shift. Canvey weren't. It's not like it was like there were chances for both teams.
Yeah.
So there's no getting away from it. It wasn't the most exciting game of football to watch.
No. I mean, we don't mean that by saying we were particularly terrible or like they were better than us. It was just the actual game of football itself was, if this was live on Sky in the Premier League, you'd have turned off half time and gone to watch Come Dine With Me or something. Other shows are available, but Antiques Roadshow springs to mind. It was a tough watch.
It was a tough watch.
It was a tough pitch. Fair play, it was the best that they could provide. Obviously, it's tough.
To be fair, I imagine they did a good job because they've had a few games cancelled. So actually, probably fair play to them for getting the game.
No, for sure. There's no disrespect for the pitch, but it was a tough pitch for both sides. We obviously like to play how everyone knows we like to play. Ball on the floor, really nice football. Wasn't conducive to those conditions. Strong wind as well. I remember.
Yeah, it was.
It was just one of those games.
They're quite a big physical side as well. So like the ball in the air suits them.
Exactly.
A lot more than us.
They want to turn us quickly and just get the ball basically downfield. And I think for a large part we sort of played into their hands at the back. We were quite keen to just clear the ball out of play for throws and corners, which again led to their big boys then getting a few chances and stuff. But the good thing about that was that we were very solid at the back, didn't concede, and then when you do that, that then presents you with what happened at the end of the game, where Canvey make a mistake. Well, Canvey make two mistakes, but in particular, the mistake that led to the goal for the penalty. It's 0-0. Birdshaw were going to nick this 1-0, and we did. And that's all because, as you said, we stayed in the game. We didn't go chasing the game, but we were solid at the back. We at least said, all right, we're not going to come out of it conceding. Now it's up to us to go and get that goal, but at least we're not going to concede.
Yeah, and to further put more of a positive spin on it, you like I said, we can say it wasn't the most entertaining game of football to watch because it wasn't, but it was a resolute game of football. We did the job that needed to be done. We didn't concede. We applied pressure. I'm not making it up. They did get a man sent off, didn't they?
Yeah, like 10 minutes to go. Yeah.
They got a man sent off. We put the pressure on, and we eventually got that last-ish minute penalty.
Yeah.
Was it 93rd minute?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Which George put away. A good penalty again. Second 2 out of 2 from him at this point. 2 out of 2 from him. So quality from George. And that we went there to do a job, and that was to go home with 3 points, and we did it. Like, all right, it may not have been the most entertaining thing to watch, but the result was more important.
Exactly, winning. Like I say it all the time. People sometimes don't agree. It's fine, but in my opinion, winning is all that matters in competitive leagues like this. I
don't care if we concede 9 and win by 10.
Exactly. We can analyse how we do a little bit more. How we played and was it entertaining. Blah blah blah. Fine, but me and you are very much happy with going there, winning 1-0 in the last minute. Coming home, thank you very much. We will never ever once moan about that. It's just we'll take those results all day long. We knew it was going to be a tough game. It was. We still won it. All
Happy
good.
Days.
It was exactly one of those ones just ticked off. Really good clean sheet, which we haven't had many of. Good from Michael again, as you say, he's been really good, and now he's got a clean sheet, so we can sort of back that up. That's really good as well. Yeah, I mean, all in all, a good day. Just it wasn't the most exciting game, but.
Canvey staff though, fantastic. Their bar's awesome.
Yeah, I love
pool table. Love that.
Yeah, pool table in the bar, a big, nice bar as well. And I really do like their stand they've got behind the goal. The sort of raised,
terrace, their version
old
of the
school.
Yellow Wall.
Yeah.
Not
old
quite
school.
as intimidating, but
I like it a lot. Yeah.
Everyone I spoke to a few members of staff. Good portion of chips. We'll come on to Chipgate in a minute. Chipgate. Chips were good and really reasonably priced. My son was very happy.
Yeah.
Staff were lovely. Well done for getting the game on.
Yeah.
Well done, Canvey.
For sure.
Good luck for the rest of the season.
For sure. Maybe not see them next season, unfortunately for them. Maybe we will. Who knows?
Maybe we will.
But
they were very lovely.
Not.
So
they were. Yeah. They were very lovely. And then, so that was 6 out of 6 in terms of points, in terms of the last 2. So we're basically flying at this point. We're on an absolute roll.
Yeah.
And then we come into what I think would be the hardest of the 3 games, purely because it's away from home, Tuesday night, midweek, etc. Away to Wingate, who we've obviously touched on at the start. It's pretty. I'm not sure if it was weird, I suppose, for trying to think from Gary and Jay's perspective, having to play a team in the league so close to each other.
Well,
it would. Yeah. It would probably be
10 days apart.
Yeah, it would be. But there'll be sort of, I suppose, pros and cons to it. I suppose the pros, obviously, exactly how they're going to set up, and
they're
very familiar. But then, I suppose, cons, they also know the same. We obviously beat them in the first game, so they're going to have a bit more motivation to, stop us and etc. etc.
If anything, you'd argue they have the slight edge, because you could argue from a team setup and an analysis point of view, it's almost exactly the same for both sides.
Yeah.
Like, it's recent, it's fresh in your mind, you know how they're set up, not a lot's going to have changed, if there's injuries, blah, blah, blah. you could argue that they had the slight edge of the fact that yes, they're the ones with a score to settle because they're out for revenge and home turf.
Yep.
So you could argue that we went into it probably slightly despite the fact they're obviously lower than us in the league, we might have been slightly the underdogs.
Possibly, yeah. And we always say, and I strongly believe it, that Tuesday night away games on a Tuesday night are always the toughest to get results in this league. No matter if you're playing top of the league or bottom of the league, you see so many random results on a Tuesday night. It makes such a difference. Playing, coming after work and travelling to wherever you're going, and then having to get yourself up for the game, and etc. etc. So these games are always the sort of banana skins, but we have managed to do so well in them this season, backed up by the fact that we picked up another 3 points, 2-1 win. Lynden wasn't there for this one, so I'll run you through it.
I can't do 2 away days in a row.
No,
you think people think I am?
He's got a family, guys. He's got a family.
Yeah, that's definitely the reason.
Even though Camby went to family with his camp.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. Ezra and Lee came on the coach and they loved it. Ezra spent the whole week going, when's the big bus day? The big bus. He loved it.
Big bus, bless him.
Yeah.
Good. Wingate.
Talk me through Wingate.
Yeah, Wingate. It's peculiar, really. I've been to Wingate once before, back in 2019, and it's the same ground, same pitch, everything. They haven't done much to it, but I didn't really. I think there's been work so basically at Wingate now on the side of the pitch, behind it, but to the side, there's loads of these new paddle courts and tennis courts. But there's a lot of people doing paddle.
Paddle.
They were full of people doing paddle. Half the time we were just trying to get paddle, give us a wave. Nobody gave us a wave.
I would have loved that.
We were so involved with the paddle rather than the football at one point, because it was.
That's not really a glowing endorsement of the game.
No, that gives you a little insight into what we thought of the game. It was more entertaining than Canvey. Don't get me wrong. Again, it wasn't going to be number one on match of the day type territory.
Fair.
But we started off really well. We sort of dominated the first 20-25 minutes, maybe even half an hour. Went 1-0 up. We didn't have many chances, admittedly, but the only sort of bit of quality we had in the first half an hour we took. Harry Lawson sort of got played in behind, and he sort of cuts it back to Chris Welpdale, and I'm not sure if it's first time or he took a touch, but he absolutely smashed it into the bottom corner, and he hit it so hard I think the ball actually got stuck in the side. In the bottom side of the goal.
He does hit a ball hard.
He absolutely rocketed it. And because the ball didn't bounce out, I couldn't for a split second see if the ball had gone in or not. I was like, where's the ball? Oh, it's still in the net. Oh, it's just stuck in the corner of the goal. Oh, it's a goal. It was a really, really good finish.
Chris Welpdale hits a ball, it stays.
Yeah, that boy can hit a ball. Big goal for Welps, really, because he's been a bit quiet recently. I think it's fair to say. From a goal scoring perspective.
Yeah, he has been a bit quiet. Obviously, he's been a few injuries.
Yeah, he's had a few little niggles here,
etc. Of course, his toe, didn't he? Was it his toe?
Yeah,
it was his toe, and then I think there was something else before that. So he's been in and out. It's great to see him back. Obviously, he brings such a wealth of experience and talent to the team. So it's great to have him back. And did he started the game?
Yeah.
Is that his first start in a while? Because he didn't start. Did he start at Canvey? No, he didn't start at Canvey.
No, he didn't start at Canvey. Stone and Pope started at Canvey.
Oh yeah, you are absolutely right.
And then he came on.
Yeah, and then he didn't start at Wingate at home either, did he?
Don't think so.
So so it's good to see him starting.
Yeah.
Back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, big. And it's
where I thoroughly believe he belongs.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so much quality, and it's just nice to see him. Hopefully he can now end the season really well, because who knows what we're going to do towards the end of the season. But if Chris Welpdale's playing as well as we know we can do, then hey, that's a real game changer for us. So that's really, really pleasing to see him on the score sheet. And then, to be honest, we controlled most of the first half. Again, there wasn't many chances at either end. There was a lot of possession, a lot of sort of probing, and et cetera. But Wingate were quite firm at the back. We also looked really, really assured at the back. It looked like it was going to be quite a tight game. There wasn't a lot happening. There's a few half chances here and there, but I can't really, to be honest, off the top of my head, think of much else to discuss about the first half, to be honest. It was a half that we probably deserved the 1-0 lead. We were in control. Wingate weren't really threatening that much, but you just sort of felt like if we got another goal, made it 2-0, I would have told you that would probably be game over with the way the game was going. So we get to the second half, And I think within 3 minutes of the second half, we win ourselves a penalty. Pretty out of the blue, really. It wasn't too dissimilar to the penalty we won at Canvey, because although this time, if memory serves, and I haven't seen any replay or highlights of it, so I'm just having to have to go off my memory, but it was a corner that come in, and it got like headed like up in the air or headed like partially away to the edge of the box. And I think it was Bobby like tried to bring it down, and like, as he brings it down from the sky, I think one of their players tries to just, like, hoof the ball away, and I think he just hoofs Bobby instead. and he just ends up on the floor, and the ball goes some direction, but not really anybody appeals for it, weirdly. But the ref's right there, and he waits like a second or two, and then gives the penalty. I think it was a penalty, because if I'm right in what I saw, I think he did just boot Bobby instead of booting the ball, which is obviously a penalty. But
I'm no expert.
It was just it was just a little bit weird, like not masses appealed on the pitch. We all appealed, obviously, because we do, behind the goal. But and then I don't think there's really many complaints from Wingate, so it probably was a penalty, to be fair. I actually thought, just stopping briefly, I thought the ref at Wingate away was very, very good. I thought, not just because he gave a penalty.
The referee's name is?
Fabio Roque.
Nice.
Yeah, you put me on the spot there, and I passed.
And you know why I did it?
Yeah. Good knowledge. Yes, no, Fabio Roque. I personally thought, off just watching as a fan, I thought it was very good. I thought he got all the big decisions right, including a penalty for Wingate, which we'll touch on in a second. So I can't be called biased because he gave them a penalty.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. I wasn't there, but I remember.
But I mean, there wasn't a huge lot to do. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't a massively action-packed game, but I just thought he got all the decisions right. I thought he controlled the game. Nothing really got out of hand. You sort of come away from that game thinking, did you notice the ref? Not really, and that's sort of what I want in a ref.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Like, because that's genuinely the one of the biggest praises you can give a ref is that you don't really have anything to say.
Exactly. That's people like, I won't say his name. Other refs that I know in Sussex love to be centre of attention. You always come away from that game thinking,
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Adrian Harris. Yeah. Shock. Bless him. He just loves.
Can't name refs.
He just loves the drama, and that's fine. Yeah. I love the drama too, but just not as a ref.
That's good to hear, because they sometimes get a little bit of stick, and
I
think
so that's what I wanted to say. Credit where credit's due.
They know what job they're doing.
Yeah, credit where credit's due.
Yeah, cool. That's good to hear.
Yeah. So
What was so you've touched on what was their penalty? What did we do?
I actually
who did it?
Yeah, I think.
Who are we blaming?
I think, and again, I'm not 100%. So I'll give you throw someone on the bus here. I think it was Josh Spinks.
Right. Okay.
Begs. 20% chance it was Alex Mullins. I think it was one of the centre halves anyway. But it was just a bit silly, really. It was just. The Wingate winger sort of had the ball and he was like backing into one of the defenders, and just out of nowhere he just like spun really quickly and just sort of totally took us by surprise. And I think we just panicked and sort of stuck a leg out and totally tripped him up. It was quite a nice play, to be fair, from Wingate, but it was so quickly after. It's one of those ones where it was so quick after we'd scored, we'd probably just not at 100% concentration. We hadn't switched back on properly.
I do remember I was following your updates in the chat, and I do remember it being very quick.
Yeah, it was. We were sort of all still discussing George's penalty goal, and we looked up and Wingate got a penalty. I'll blimey. So that was frustrating, because it was obviously frustrating, but it was frustrating mostly because I didn't see us conceding in that game. Like, I thought so far we were dealing with Wingate very well.
Clean sheet written all over it.
It was one of those ones where, look, it can be back-to-back clean sheets. Admittedly, we still haven't conceded from open play, which I think is important. That's good. But yeah, it was obviously a bit annoying, because then obviously they get it back to 2-1, and it was still so early on. It was still like 35 plus minutes to go, and now you're going to be under the cosh a little bit. Now you've got to, drop a bit deeper. And they're going to suddenly get belief all of a sudden. Anything can happen, a cross into the box or, deflected shot or whatever. Yeah. So it's just, that was annoying. The timing of it was especially annoying, I suppose. Probably Gary and Jay. Not Gay. Gary and Jay.
Yeah, that's not a conjunctive name.
No, that's not my finest moment.
Jarry.
Yeah.
I think Jarry would be better.
Yeah, Jarry. Yeah, good. And moving on. Anyway,
you could have just said Gray.
Yeah, I could have. I didn't, so I've done it now.
Amazing.
Good.
I'm not cutting that.
No, you're not cutting it out. Brilliant. I'm going to get a message about that. Yeah. Brilliant. I'm no longer the host of the podcast. Anyway, from their perspective, it was probably equally as frustrating, because you always want your players to switch on, and we probably weren't as switched on as we should have been. But then, to our credit, look, you go 2-1 down, you can't do anything about it. How's our response? I thought we were absolutely brilliant, to be honest. The last 20 minutes, half an hour, I thought we were under the cosh quite a lot, to be fair. The Wingate had pretty much all of the ball in our half. They were passed it from side to side, trying to move us. And what was and could have gone in our favour was that George unfortunately limped off. Bobby then about 2 minutes later went down off separately and limped off as well. Hopefully both of those are fine. I think they probably
I
are.
haven't heard anything, so.
But I don't think they're serious, but they're obviously serious enough to go off. So those were two enforced changes we had to make pretty quickly. So, like I said, with everything combined, with everything Wingate started throwing at us, I think we dealt with it really well. I thought Alex Mallins, who you touched on earlier, I thought he was brilliant. Just to single him out again, just specifically, the ball seemed to be cleared by him every time, basically.
I know we've said it before, but it's so good to see him playing.
Yeah,
because I feel like before the season, I hadn't seen him in forever. I mean, obviously, he only rejoined us. When did he rejoin?
Partway through the season.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure he stepped away from almost semi-retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
But he's just such a good guy, and he's so good at football.
Yeah,
it's so good to see him back and playing at such a high level. This is I've seen him play before, and it's the best I've seen him play.
Yeah, for sure. And it probably comes down to the fact this is probably the fittest he's been in quite some time. And I mean that in terms of like injuries.
Yeah.
Like he seems, quite injury free at the moment.
Yeah.
Fucking touch wood. So that's obviously really pleasing. Yeah, I really, really like him. I think he's a brilliant footballer.
Yeah.
Just old school defender, just mental, throws himself in front of everything, wants to head every single ball away. Just, very,
even the ones on the floor.
Even the ones on the floor. He's very, very good. But yeah, no. As a whole defence, Michael made a brilliant stop in the last second, basically, which was really the only thing he had to do. Which again sums up how good we were defensively. But just last second, you'd think, oh god, there's one more chance, and they were twisting and turning in the box, and they just fire a shot near post, which I think would have taken most keepers by surprise, and it might have gone in. But Michael was down so quickly to make the save, and as soon as he made that save, it was pretty much game over when he booted it downfield. So that effectively sealed the points for us, which was great. 3 wins in a row, 9 points in 10 days. You can't ask for much more than that, I don't think.
No, I think that's a perfect summary of the last 3 days. And if you won't say it, I will. Playoffs.
Guys.
Let's do it.
Playoffs. Look, we might jest about playoffs. We might jest about playoffs sometimes, but I was saying to somebody earlier, we are the teams for like the Billericay's and the Chathams and the Brentwoods. We're the teams they're looking at going, will Burgess Hill just go away?
Yeah.
Will Burgess Hill go away? Stop it. I want a nice run in. We're the ones trying to upset the apple cart here. Whereas last season, obviously, we were the ones being annoyed by the other teams because we were trying to, secure playoffs. Now we're the ones that probably shouldn't be getting playoffs, that are just hanging on the coattails, just hanging on. They're trying to sprint away, and we're matching them so far. Yeah. Long way to go. We still got some really tough fixtures coming up, but all you can do is win your next game. See where it takes you. To be fair, I will just end this by saying as well, I put this in our little our group chat earlier, but so Billericay are currently the team in 5th, which effectively means they're the team getting chased for playoffs.
Yeah.
And they've won 9 of the last 10 games. So that's the sort of standard we're trying to chase here, guys. They've won 9 of 10.
We won 3 of the last 3.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, we've won 3 of 3, but like, the teams at the top of this league that have now sort of cemented themselves and are getting away from it a bit. This is a great league in terms of quality this year. Really, really good at the top of the leagues. There's so many good teams. But yeah, just makes me laugh that we're trying our best to catch Billericay, but they just don't ever drop points at the moment.
No, we are only 5 points off of them.
Yeah, we've been 5 points for quite some time.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But we are also 5 points off 4th now, if you look. So. And George, because me and George were studying this on the train home, and he was just sort of saying, well, look, if we can drag other people into it, not just 5th, then suddenly, maybe. I'm not sure we're going to finish 4th, but I'm just saying that if we can drag more teams into getting around us, then our chances go up if give more teams drop points, etc.
We can live in hope.
We can live in hope. Look, we might as well dream, because otherwise, what? We just peter out into a mid-table finish, which is great, but. I mean, the excitement dwindles a little bit.
This was told on in one of the group chats the other day, wasn't it? That we have vastly exceeded expectations for this season.
For sure.
We're in a fantastic place. When so many people wrote us off so early, like all the predictions were like, Burgess will finish bottom, get relegated.
Everyone, by the way.
Basically, yeah. Well, yeah, I was going to say basically everyone, literally everyone.
Yeah, literally everyone.
And we are... I don't think we're mathematically safe, but we're pretty much as good as.
Yeah, if results go our way, we could be mathematically safe on Saturday with a win, and if Carshalton don't win.
But let's face it, it seems unlikely.
Yeah.
We're not mathematically, but probably are. So that's already put a kibosh to all the naysayers, which is great. To be like top 10, I think obviously my prediction was 12th. I can't remember what you said.
I think
you were around that as well.
I think I might have been lower than that, to be honest.
So
I think I went 15th, 16th, which I'd have taken at the start of the season.
Yeah,
and that's not being negative. I just, obviously
we would have taken anything above the
yeah, absolutely. So what we're doing is phenomenal.
Yeah, on and off the pitch, it's incredible
for sure.
Yeah, like the players. I think the last few, like we just look like such a competent football team now.
Yeah,
I say now that's harsh. We always have, but
no,
like just recent performances has been good.
Yeah, and
what Gary and Jay have achieved. I think I saw a LinkedIn post today actually that sort of specifically called out what Gary and Jay have achieved and the group of lads they've put together.
Yeah,
and how they coached him. I'm sure it was on LinkedIn. I saw it.
Maybe I've not seen it, but quite possibly.
It was today. It was genuinely today.
Yeah,
I remember. I remember reading it. But
yeah, I mean, just to sort of go on to that a little bit, just some stats for you. I mean, on points per game, this is our most successful team ever in history in terms of the level we've been, in terms of how many points you've got on points per game, because the league used to be a smaller league basically. The league used to be a bigger league basically. But if we went on Saturday, then this would be our highest ever points total at step 3. Ever. So it will be our most successful team, and obviously we will win at some point. So this team will go down effectively and literally the most successful Burgess team ever, because this is the highest level of football we've ever played, and this is going to be the most points we've ever got at this level.
So I mean, always good to have a stat to back that up.
Gary and Jay they really are working wonders, to be honest.
Well, and the rest of the guys as well.
Of course,
Lou, Matt, both Matts.
And of course the boys on the pitch that deliver every week.
Yeah,
Chloe
as well. Sorry,
physio. Shout out everyone.
Yeah, and then all the usual. We do it every time, but the staff, the volunteers in the pitch,
Jack and Lynden.
Especially those guys.
Great guys, Great guys. Yeah. And just got to do it all again now. Be really greedy and ask for 4 from 4.
Yeah,
on Saturday.
And that's
really
a nice
greedy
to looking ahead to this weekend. Obviously, it's Welling at home.
First ever time hosting Welling in the fixture.
Yeah, correct. I definitely knew that.
Yep. I think you told me about that earlier.
Oh yeah, well of course, yeah. I tell you everything. Yeah. I'm really the brains of this operation.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I told you that stat earlier as well. About well delivered though. Yeah, we'll work on your delivery. But,
no, it's okay.
Going to be awesome again. Just before we get on to the actual game, there's stuff going on around the ground again. So I think after the huge success of the music, we've got more music.
Yeah, it's going to be something similar. Which I think is great.
Small Talk, who I have seen and I know relatively well.
Good. Well, obviously good, but looking forward to them.
Yeah. I haven't seen them in a long time actually, so it'd be really good to see those guys again.
Similar to, I don't know them. So similar to the band we had, or slightly different?
Slightly different. They are another covers band. Slightly different. I think touch more modern.
Fine. Yeah.
But again, crowd pleasers, good tunes.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Yeah, good. I'll be there.
First point of call, they are kicking off, pun intended, I believe 1:30 in
correct.
the tent.
I believe so, yeah.
In the home call tent. So please make sure you get down for that. It's not free entry again. Come on, guys.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry, we're not making money.
How dare you?
but please do come down because they'll be good. Like we said earlier, pie corner or pie tent or pie stand or wherever it's actually going to be.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where they are, regardless of that, they're going to be back.
See you there for pie corner
Pies
for sure.
Will be back. I might even have one this time.
Lovely.
So what do you think? 4 from 4? We did it.
Yeah. Let's go with yeah. Look,
I mean, obviously, why not?
This is there's a few interesting things just while we quickly finish up here. Like obviously, Welling are one of the biggest clubs in this league. Bless them, they're just having a really, really rough few years. Yeah, they are. Oh boy. Welling have had some rough few years. They should be a very good National South club, and unfortunately, for whatever reason, they're no better than we do. It's not going very well there. They're fighting their hardest to beat the drop. They had a massive win on Tuesday night, actually, away at Cray Valley, and what was the ultimate 6-pointer, and they won it. So the hopes remain to stay up. They're going to be a team similar to Canvey, similar to Wingate, where they are absolute backs against the walls. They need every single point.
Yeah.
They're coming here, not safe. They're coming here to absolutely, bodies on the line. It's going to be a really tough game. I think I read an article Gary did with the Mid-Sussex Times earlier saying that he probably thinks this will be the toughest fixture we have left because these guys, they're desperate,
be really up for it.
Desperate for at all points. We know how that feels like. We've battled against relegation before, and you're just desperate for anything. So these guys are going to come in. Obviously, we know the second funny thing to talk about is obviously the manager of Welling is the former Sitting Bull manager. So I'm sure he'll get a good reception on Saturday, because the last time we met him, it was a really good night for us, and it wasn't for him. So, I'm sure the managers will be really, really affectionate towards each other. I'm sure. I'm sure that'll go down really well. I'm sure there'll be no problems.
No,
I think it's quite rare for the Welling manager to have problems, isn't it? No, too soon. Okay, fine.
Trouble for this
okay,
it'll be
guys.
Fun,
It'll be look. It's gonna be entertaining.
It's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be entertaining.
Game. Come down, feel the hill.
Feel the hill. Yeah, it could be 4 from 4.
Pies, 3 points.
I mean, if you haven't sold it to you, I don't know what will.
TV in the tent. That was a nice touch, by the way. I think that was a late addition to last week.
Yeah, I think it was. I think again, it worked well.
I think that's happening again. I'm sure there's Premier League games on. I don't know about you.
There's not.
But there's not. Okay.
It's FA Cup.
Since I've been a Burgess Hill fan for a long time.
Yeah.
For over 10 years. But since I've got more involved with the club, I've been a Brighton fan most of my life as well. But since I've got more involved with the club, I don't really care about Premier League anymore. Like, if someone was to offer me tickets tomorrow to go see Brighton, or but I'd go Burgess Hill, and that's just not because I'm contractually obligated to be there to take photos. But genuinely, like, if I didn't, I'm so into non-league football now, and like I said, I've always followed it, but never to the intent or the passion that I have now.
Yeah,
I almost, other than for FPL and accumulator purposes, I very, very rarely really stay up to date with the Premier League now.
Yeah,
keep half an eye on it, and the Brighton scores.
I know
Liverpool scores to message you or check my accumulator.
Yeah,
So it's you lost to Wolves, lol.
Yeah, that was a really fun journey home with a bunch of Chelsea fans coming back from Burgess Hill with Liverpool losing to Wolves. Thanks guys. Really ruined my evening.
Yeah, well, ruined my clean sheet on FPL as well. So
FPL though, I mean, there's one of us absolutely flying in FPL.
Who's flying FPL?
Well, okay, that's a lie. There's 2 of us flying FPL, but one of them's top of the Burgess Hill League.
Oh, are you top of the Burgess Hill League?
Get a load of having a look at the...
You actually?
Mate, I'm fucking flying.
That's frustrating.
I take it, I'm like you, I love FPL. Yeah. I'm a football nerd. I love the Premier League.
I only look at my family league because
I love all levels of football. And I'm so bad typically at
Jesus
FPL.
Christ, I'm third.
Yeah, you're third, I'm top.
Who's Chris Clapham?
I don't know, but we could have a podcast 1-2 here.
Oh my God, we need to have a podcast 1-2.
If you sort your shit out, we could have a podcast 1-2.
All right, I'm 21 points behind Chris Clapham.
So doable.
Dude, where's my... Oh, he's got I love a good pun name though.
Yeah.
Where's your worst case? Yeah, I like that as well.
Yeah. I've not a great week this week, although my defenders are flying. Thanks, James Tarkowski.
He's got 8 points. Chris has got 8 points to come off his bench though. Bollocks.
Well, look.
Granted, it's the same 8 points I've got to come off my bench, but from Bournemouth. But okay, all right. Yeah. Oh, that's a new goal.
There we go.
I didn't realise I was doing that well in the league.
Yeah, mate. I went top of it a few weeks ago, and this is because I'm in a big mates one and a work one as well, and I'm up there in both of those. And for those, there's like serious money on the line, like a few £100.
I'm like 100 points clear in my family league.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I'm in one with my dad, and I'm like 200 points clear. He's never done FPL before, bless him.
Oh, but that's
no, I know, but I
kick a man while he's down.
It's great for my ego.
Yeah, fair.
So yeah, no FPL talk.
Sorry, yeah, that was it. Well, it's a footballing podcast.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be FPL listeners there going, "Wow, Jack's good at FPL," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah, and I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm never normally good at FPL. That's the whole point of this story. I'm traditionally shit. But not this year. So there we go.
Okay, I clearly
know ball knowledge. Yeah,
Hillians
please.
Talk 1-2.
Hillians Talk 1-2.
If it should be, if we get the 1-2, the league should be renamed for next season.
Hillians
Talk League for sponsorship reasons.
Yes.
Right. Okay. If we get 1-2.
Oh, come on, Lynden.
Who's the administrator of the league? Do you know?
Might be Bradbury. It might be me. It might be Bradbury. I need to dig.
Well,
do some digging.
Next year, the Hillians Talk Burgess Hill Town Football Club League.
Yeah. Incredible. There we go, guys.
Right, we're talking crap now. We should probably wrap this
there
up.
we go.
I've got a pool match to get to because they've just messaged me telling me to get my priorities right. So
okay, I've got a train to catch. So for both those reasons, we'll see you later.
Yeah, see you on Saturday. Bye.
Bye.